So guys, I didn't get time to film yesterday. It was only really after sports day with my little snot man. So basically what I got done yesterday was, obviously I put the scales in. I've curved around the back of the body, so obviously that's going to be on the floor. And today I have started the head. My chainsaw is kind of broke, and being obviously inside, the two-stroke one gasses you to pieces. But that is the head. This is all going to get burnt, and what I'll do is I'll wire it all down, and that will give it a darker tone, and then I will sand the high spots, which will there go back to wood. So then once I stain it, that will pick out some form of highlight. But basically I have kind of gone old school with projecting the image onto it. I've only been doing this sort of 6 weeks, and what I'm personally struggling with is to get the image on even both sides. So that's where, for all us old people will know what that is. That's the old school projector. So I copied an image and I traced it onto some clear polythene, and I projected the image up, which is where the image is, which is there. So hopefully by the end of the day I can finish off the head and then start peppering this with screws so it stays all together, which I've put obviously in here, and around the back I've put some big chunky screws, but I'll put some screws in the planks. Then I'll mix up some of my old sawdust. What I'll do is I'll sieve this to get the fine stuff out. Then I'll mix it with a bit of wood glue and use that as a wood filler. Just kind of hoping that it don't burn too much when I actually go through the burning process. And then hopefully I can get on tomorrow with finishing off the bench and get that all sanded and stained up, burn this old girl, start the sanding of this, and then I can assemble it ready for installation hopefully next Wednesday. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll get on with this. I'll get back to you once I've finished the head, and then we're going to go play with some fire. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. This is day 5 now. Well, 4.5. Yeah, probably 4. So we'll get this finished up today and then start all of the staining process, which I've got a bit of a cheat for really. I'll go through that in a bit. But this at the moment, because my chainsaw, I burnt my blade out, my bar, so I've got my two-stroke one here, but I end up with a headache. And then I've got my electric one with a bar on it that's far too big, so I can't really use it that much. So I've been using a lot of it on my grinder. So basically we'll carry on with that. We'll get this all sanded out, and then we're going to go play with some fire hopefully, and then we can mount this to the bench. So I'll be back in a little bit. Next stage, taking it back and using the highlights, obviously where it's sanded, stuff like that. But have a good look around it. I've done it already. So it's like that. It burns all the little shards that are left over. And also what happens is here is the resin in it solidifies, and the inside of the grain, the soft part of the wood, will obviously be sanded out and it burns. So this is what we're left with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on and I'm going to burn it all, sand it down, and then we'll get back with what the bench looks like, and then we can go through the staining process. I'll catch you guys in a bit. So guys, what I am doing now is I've stained it all, gone over with the wire brush, stained it all, but as you can see, what I need to do now is obviously got the stain. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on sanding certain points of it, and what that will do is the more stain you put on it, it's going to get darker. So this is going to give it a lot better contrast. So once it's all stained up, you're going to have 3 different shades. Obviously you've got the black, you've got the yellow from the stain, and then obviously, which will get darker next time it's put through, and then obviously this area. So the bits that are white are obviously going to be less coloured than the rest of it, and then obviously that will highlight a lot more of the area. So I'm going to get on with my grinder and my sanding pads and get the rest of this done. Then I can wash it all off, give it one final stain, and then this part of it is done. Catch you. Right, so we're back. I've given it a sand down. As you can see, it highlights the face a hell of a lot more, and I think I'm going to be done for the day. This is the stain we're using. It's got linseed oil, it's boiled up, and I've put a mahogany dye in it as well, and what that'll do is it'll just give it a bit of darker colour to it. And this is all had 2 coats now, so I think for the end of the day we are pretty much done. So tomorrow I've got to crack on, get the bench done. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. Have a good day.